We will talk to Bishop Jeff Banks today, and I can't wait to see what he knows about starting in the gospel music business, what his experiences have been, and etc. We welcome you today to this edition of Making Your Ideas Happen, and I'd like to introduce to some and make known to others Bishop Jeff Banks from the New Revival Temple in Newark, New Jersey. Welcome, Bishop Banks.
Robin, real pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you.
On this wonderful show, which is so meaningful, because it will enlighten so many people concerning, especially gospel music.
That's true. That's true. I find that a lot of people, especially in contemporary gospel music, don't know a lot about the business side of, let me take that back, not just in gospel, but most amateurs, aspiring musicians and songwriters and writers don't know a lot about copyright registration procedures and meeting with lawyers and the business of music publishing and so forth. And I think that it's very important to have people like you who have been through, who know about this type of business. You said you don't know much, but you'd be surprised at how much I'm sure you do know, and we're going to find out today. The first thing I'd like to say is that I was at the church, Revival Temple, Friday night, and I got the message that it is now the New Revival Temple, not just Revival Temple. And I'd like to have you talk a little bit about that before we get into the questions that I'm going to ask you.
Right. Well, in that service Friday night, when I said the New Revival Temple, God has given me a vision for that particular ministry. Okay, I'm the founder of Revival Temple 27 years ago. We've made a lot of mistakes because a lot of things I did not know, and a lot of things I tolerated. You see, our church is the Revival Temple Holines Church.
Okay.
And I'm trying to take a stand for right living for Christians. He leads us in the path of righteousness for his name's sake.
Right.
So a lot of things that I tolerated earlier, God has convicted me on, and I'm not going to tolerate those things just to have a crowd of people.
Amen.
You know?
That's all right.
Because if you go stand for holiness, you have to do what is right in the sight of God.
That's right.
And so when I said the New Revival Temple, I made up my mind, well, before Friday night, but God had me to know he has a blessing for me on that corner, because where I am located, they could have taken that building because I'm right in that area where they put new houses all around me. But God left me on that corner for a reason.
And where are you located?
16th Avenue and Liverton Avenue, right on the corner.
Right on the corner.
That's right, not too far from here.
That's right.
And I feel, the Lord said to me, he said, make your presence known. You see, in this neighborhood, start first there. We have people all around us, and some of them don't even know the church is there. You know, the building is there, but we have to go out in the hedges and highways and compel them to come. So I'm not going to allow the ministers and the missionaries and everybody sit around and do all of our shouting on the inside. We're going to start going outside.
That's good.
Right.
And that spirit, that attitude that you have.
That's right.
God has blessed you in that, and you now have a new attitude.
New attitude.
And it's the New Revival Temple.
And the New Revival Temple.
Right,
so a lot of criticism have, gone my way, because sometimes when you just start, a lot of things you don't know.
That's right.
So God has given me a new chance, another chance. You know, because he said I'll do a new thing, and he is doing a new thing in that ministry, but it has to start at the head.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, well, we thank God for that. We know that the Lord is going to bless you in your endeavors. First question I want to ask, and I'm very curious. I haven't even asked you any of these questions, and I'm very interested to hear. How did you get started in the gospel music business?
Well, you know, I was fortunate. I started back in the early 40s. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, that's where I'm from. And I was around about 10 years old. I was playing in Sunday school in my local church, the CME church.
You played piano?
Piano.
Okay.
I played for Sunday school, played for morning service. And there was a local group called the Humble Five. It was a family group. And they had me there as their lead singer in the early 40s, so I sang with them for a while. And then a lady named Thelma Bird, you may not know her, because she's from the old school.
Okay.
She carried me from Pittsburgh to Detroit, Michigan. And I stayed in Detroit, and in the early 40s, in those days, it was just like the Soul Stirrers. It was the Davis sisters, none of those people had started. The Soul Stirrers and Mahalia Jackson, Rosetta Park. So I was fortunate to get with major people. And the Birdette singers carried me with them, so I would go to Chicago on the weekends. And I would get a chance to play for Mahalia, because Mahalia and Thelma Bird, they were friends. And Mahalia at that time in the 40s, she was a beautician there. And she had not yet recorded for Apollo Records.
Now,